My name's Scott Ainslie. I'm here at Dream Guitars with a 1931 metal body National guitar, a Stylo from 88 years ago. Here's the back of it. Fancy stuff. When I turned it over in the pawn shop in Columbus, Georgia, I thought, I can't buy that, it's too fancy. I got over it. Anyway, I've got slide guitar techniques here. We've been talking about right hand muting and using your fingers behind the slide. In order to do this, when you depress a string, you're pushing it below the string plane, so you want to let it back up. So it's slide, finger, slide, finger, slide. 7, 5, 7, 5, 7. And that little thing is a hammer, not a pull-off. You got nothing to pull off with when you've got a slide in your hand. So what you do is you hammer real hard behind the slide and get the slide off it. And here I'm just tipping the slide up to get it off the third string. Now, gear is kind of important. This National is strung with John Pierce 80-20 medium gauge strings. And I love these strings a lot, and medium gauge is important because it gives you a little something to push against. Light gauge strings just don't resist enough unless you've got it tuned way up. So I like mediums, and this is in standard tuning right now. And the slide I'm playing with is a hand-blown glass slide. It's bottle glass, it's fairly brittle, and it's quite thick. And it's conically shaped, so it flares at the outer end. And it's got a round, kind of a bullet nose to it. So I can set this slide between two strings and run it up the neck, and it sort of stays where it is, like a bowling ball going down the gutter. And if you do that with a square-ended slide, you'll hit every fret all the way up. And if you tip this one up and run it up, you don't. So a rounded end is nice. Anyway, it gives you something. But this is bottle glass. If we back up and take a look at this the Coracetin bottle, sort of a popular slide. First of all, it's really loose, which means you have to hold it in place. Your slide should be tight enough so that if you fall asleep or pass out, your slide will be on your finger when you wake up. It really needs to be snug. So I have to hold this one in place and control it, and that creates tension in my hand, which I don't want. But listen to how it sounds, and I have 4 slides here, I'll play them all. So this is a fairly thin piece of glass. This is, I think, a Jim Dunlop Pyrex slide. These are tempered glass, so it's going to be a little softer, not as brittle. Again, it's too big for my finger, so I'm going to have to hold it in place. You'll notice right away we don't have anywhere near as much sound to work with. The sound dies more quickly. And there's a little less high end. Listen again to the Coracetin bottle. And the Jim Dunlop slide. There's a little less leading edge kind of to it, and that's all about it being a softer material. I have also one of the Ian McWee's diamond slides. This one was too big for me, so I put a piece of Velcro, self-adhesive Velcro inside it. So it will stay there when my hand's completely relaxed, which is exactly what I want. A lot of sound to work with. It's a nice hard glass, and this is my favorite. So choose your slide. At cattailmusic.com, I've got an article on choosing slides for acoustic guitars that goes into the surface dynamics and the physics of mechanical vibrations and what your slide is made of. I recommend you take a look at that. Thanks for sitting with me.